How's it going, Cancers? Thank you so much for checking out my channel here at Reflexive Moon Tarot. My name is Sarah, and I will be doing a full moon reading for you for the full moon in Aquarius. So, let's get into these reads. We're also going to talk a little bit about the full moon in Aquarius. And that basically means full illumination, lots of energy that is centered in all of the fabulous things that Aquarius has to offer. Aquarius is very innovative, ruled by the planet Uranus, which is the air god, I believe, in Greek mythology. So very intuitive. Think about as above, so below. Innovation, so channeling new ideas. And with Aquarius also, it's about liberation and sustainability. So humanitarianism comes to mind when it comes to Aquarius. And when you think about liberation and humanitarianism, those things need to be done in a way that is sustainable. It's not a band-aid approach that fixes long-term problems or creates paradigm shifts. There's nothing new under the sun. We're still dealing with all the problems in the world, right? But this, not to brush it off, but this energy here has really got us wanting to make a difference on some level. It's got us thinking about justice as well. Okay? So let's, before we get into tarot, we're going to see what Miss Mildred has to say. What does Miss Mildred have to say for the sign of Cancer? Okay, so we have Mirror. Coming through reversed, but wanting to go upright. So you may be resistant to begin with on ways in which you can reevaluate your perceptions. So you might subscribe to vanity on some level. You may want to reflect. And vanity isn't all about hair and makeup. Vanity is also about worrying about what you look like to other people. Because you can be vain in terms of thinking like you need people to see you as like the most natural product of humanity. And that is where your vanity is centered. It's tricky vanity. It can get you. It can get you into worrying about how you look, not just about hair and makeup. It's about how you are perceived. So it's narcissism, right? So you want to reevaluate that and come to terms with the fact that, maybe you're like, you want to be perfect, but you're not, or nobody's perfect. Even the people who are perfect or who appear like they want to be perfect, it's deeply rooted in some type of insecurity. And also there's something to be said about having a polished look about things, and there's nothing wrong with that. So, the way that you may be judging other people and how they want to present themselves, that might be something that you're caught up in, which is in vain, 100% in vain. Because you can only really just control yourself. You're the boss of yourself only, and that's it, right? So, there's some cards for thought. All right, let's see what the twins, the Zammer twins, also have to say that we can pay a little bit of attention to. Okay, so we have Ouroboros. Ouroboros. Bro. All right. Bro. Who is your bro? Our bros. Do you have a mutual bros? Is it problematic for you? Or maybe you're worried about how you look around your bros. Just some play on words there. Does the number 50 have any significance to you, or the number 5? Infinity. This card speaks of infinity, wholeness, rejuvenation, cycle of life, circle of life, like the world card, cycles. And also protection. It's like a, it's like a dragon. So strength and protection. Interesting. When you think about mirror, reflecting on yourself, that you are strong, that you are protected. Maybe you need to count your blessings on that level as well. Yep. Not everybody gets to have that. Not everybody, and a lot of people who are strong and protected weren't that way at one point in their life either. And some people may think that they're vulnerable and have no idea how protected they actually are. So, yeah. If this is also reflecting you, and this was trying to come through reversed, you may have made some assumptions about your weaknesses or about the weakness of somebody else. Like you misinterpreted something. Because everything or everyone that we're usually focused on is usually like a reflection of some aspect of ourselves, unless if we are like doing the work to let go of that aspect of ourselves and they are persistently trying to maintain the status quo, right? Those bitches, eh? Speaking of those bitches. Okay, so there is somebody that you're concerned with, or if this is you, like you're not really taking care of responsibility, or you're just not as independently wealthy as you'd like to be. Maybe you, like your wealth is not something that will last a long time. Like you don't have investments, or your health, you've developed some health issues due to like long-term toxic effects of something. Okay? But upright, you're cared for, and you care for others as well, and you want folks to be happy and well. There could just be something holding you back, like maybe you only want a particular type of person to be well and happy along with yourself. Like maybe there's some issues where you are exclusionary about who gets to be happy and whole, which might be holding you back on some level. I really feel like, and I'm not perfect about this, but when you think about merit and what we think we deserve and what we think people deserve, it really brings into question, like, what is your position on actual human rights, right? What is your position on human rights? People think that they're a good person, They think that they're nice, or they think that they really want the world to be a better place. And it's like all rainbows and Skittles and shit. But at the end of the day, or, people who are just like trying to be conscious about their health, about who they surround themselves, how they move through, their community and what it is that they're doing and how they give back and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, like they really have a lot of reservations about who is good and who is bad, or what is good and what is bad, right and wrong, who's deserving of liberation and inclusion and equity and all that shit. It's like wanting to liberate folks from the reality of racism and systemic racism, but at the same time being ableist, right? Or being homophobic. Like you really can't subscribe to just one. You don't just get to pick one. Like you can try, but you're just gonna end up looking like an asshole. So good luck with that. Reverse 9. Upright 9, it's being content and being taken care of and being privileged to do what it is that you want to do. So with this reverse, we got something coming to an end. And that could be like financial misfortune as well. Or just like a mindset is coming to an end. Maybe you need to learn something, or like, so you're just going to get schooled. You're going to understand that some aspect of the foundation you've created up until now is cracked. Now, on a smaller scale though, this can just mean that, what would be like a small tower moment? You know, that your day just didn't go as planned, right? Something happened, like you had to be at one end of town and then something got you at the other end of town, and then you didn't get to deal with that other thing. So your day, like the foundation of your plan for the day was cracked, and it didn't fall through as planned, right? So on a larger scale, that could just be like a complete paradigm shift, you coming to the realization about some big ass thing and changing it. So you know what that is more so than I. Now, this, okay, interestingly, wow, okay. Overlooking the situation, you are either being told that the universe is telling you that you need to accept, to learn how to graciously accept what is offered to you. Doesn't matter who it comes from. Like, don't turn people down. A gift is a gift. And if you can't make use of that gift, you can refuse at the gift, but don't ever take a gift and give it back. This could also be the universe telling you that you're cheap. You're not generous enough. And you may think that you are, but you're not. This is what the Six of Cups, or Six of Pentacles reversed is. So you need to come to terms, and that could be your tower moment. And this could also mean that you're too giving of yourself. Like, this could be, your tower moment could be that you're giving away all this stuff, and you actually can't afford to do that because you're trying to look like you're some generous individual out of vanity. So be careful. Be very careful about that, because I want to say it's not hot, but it's like, it's not healthy. More importantly, it doesn't matter if it's not hot. It's unhealthy. You're not taking care of yourself when you're doing that. You're doing the very opposite. We have the King of Pentacles. So you have the capacity to, like, this king, this is within your capacity right now. This is you being grounded. You're the most one of the most earth-like signs out of the waters, right? I would say. This is you just running things on a financial level. This represents your health, your wealth, your social network, your family and friend network, your everything, your world. You're the boss and you command this world. And it doesn't necessarily mean like you command from like this top-down approach. This is collective. This is you under like a collective mindset where you understand that decision-making power is not just yours. So it's within your capacity to understand that. And maybe that's like the sort of breakthrough moment that you need to have, is that you need to connect with your circle, with life, with all those who you are connected to. And you need to get grounded even as well. Stay grounded. Okay, because you really were struggling to have some solid ground to burn your fire on. You're not like the foundation of starting a fire is having a safe place to burn it, right? To burn. Like, are you finding some safe places to burn and smoke or whatever? But at the same time, Is smoking healthy for you? No, I do not condone smoking. Okay. But there's something that you're just not learning in terms of actualizing your goals. Like there was like maybe a lack of planning. Lack of planning. Taking into account your achievements as well, or the goal, like the end point. Like the end point for this individual is planting in that little flag, right? Planting the seed that is growing, or just that landmark. Maybe you didn't mark, you need to set up some landmarks that you want to achieve. You didn't do that. Okay, so if you don't do that, sometimes it's hard to look back and recognize your achievements. Or if you don't pay attention to what's going on in your body and something starts to go off, you need to know when that started, so that, or how many days, like where did it all begin? There's something that you're just not paying attention to with regards to the ideas that you're coming up with, what you want to create, the goals that you want to manifest for yourself. Because it's going to feel like you're off track for a little while. And that has plenty to do with having a tower moment and unpacking whatever it is that you do not feel comfortable with. It's uncomfortable. It's like very hanged one, or like it's like suspension. But focus on what you resist. Like I was just hearing resistance is futile and thinking like, no, it's not. Resistance is what keeps us alive. And it shouldn't be what keeps us alive. We should be able to like survive and thrive, right? But at the same time, the gift of resistance is that it keeps us going. So pay attention to that resistance. The gift of resistance is figuring out what it is that you have such a hard time with. Like if you're resisting something to the core, why? Most likely, I mean, in my own experience, when I'm resisting things, it's because it's like I want to block, like I'm blocking my own forward movement. You know, I'm like being my own worst enemy. Right here. I just said it. I just said it for you, Cancer. I thought it, and then the card showed up. So again, it's like maybe you want drama. Maybe you want some drama, like that keeps the creative juices flowing for you. Okay. You're up for some type of challenge. You're very conflicted also. This could, like, it may not be that you want drama. It's just you're very conflicted over something. It's eating away at you a little bit. And this is inner conflict. It could be external, but I'm like with your attitude, it also could be that you're confrontational. Are you confrontational? Are you confrontational, and are you indecisive? Do you allow your indecision to create scenarios where you become confrontational because you can't make up your mind, so you just get like, argh. You don't know what you want. No one else is going to tell you what you should do, where you should direct your energy. And then you're just barking for nothing. Okay? So I'm not trying to compare you to a dog. It sounds like it, but I don't think you're a dog. I think at all. And dogs are awesome. Like, they're the most loyal, fun, awesome creatures to have in our lives. So take it as a compliment. If you were feeling insulted, that is not the case. That I was trying to insult you. Where was I going with this? It also could just be that, you know, there's so much chaos in your surroundings. There's so much chaos in your surroundings. Or maybe something happened to you that really felt like it wasn't meant to be. It really wasn't meant to be. Like, something threw you off, like, and left, and you're just super conflicted now. And now you don't know which direction to take, and people can see that. They're recognizing that within you. Heaviness. But you are the Empress. You're full of life. It doesn't matter what your gender is. It's like what gives you pleasure. You hope to have that back in your life. Feeling good about what it is that you do, staying connected to the ground, utilizing your resources that you have available to you. That is like the true power of the Empress. It's almost just like it's like the Empress manifests off the abundance that they're surrounded by, that the earth, that are the gifts of the earth, right? And then we have the Queen of Wands. So you're going to struggle to help nurture other people at this time. Your nurturing component is at an all-time low. For whatever reason. But you have a system. So stick with your system. It might be to just kind of go with the flow. Any system that is like this Emperor, it doesn't matter what the system is, it's whatever works for you. And being a water sign combined with this air energy, like going with the flow and just following your intuition and how you feel is probably all that you can do at this time. Interestingly, your world has come crashing down and you need to, the system is down. The system is down. This is about being a good teacher and knowing that being a good teacher is also learning from students. Being a good teacher is being patient. And this Aries energy, channeling your Aries energy. So knowing that your system, no matter what it is awesome. It's full of awesomeness. All right. Yeah. And you're going to take care, you're going to figure out a way emotionally. This is going to be a period of growth for you and for those who you are responsible for. And you're going to find the strength to get through whatever this tower moment has been for you. Okay? Loss. You'll get through this. Okay. That sort of came out of nowhere. All right, Cancer. I'm going to end here. I feel like this needs to be done. But this is the biggest takeaway. Let this be the biggest takeaway in this, is that you're going to get through it. All right? I hope you have an amazing next 28 days, and we will catch you again for the next full moon read. Take care and bye for now.